What is up, guys? I wanted to show you guys one of the most epic duels I've had in a long time, and this is like the reason I want to keep playing Master Duel. Because my last video was, of course, that there's a lot of bots, there's a lot of problems, but this duel was literally the definition of like what this game could be and should be. But first I want to go over the deck list. I'm still running the same deck list. It will be in the description for the people who don't have it yet. I have been thinking about adding a Dark Magician girl, so the Dark Magician is actually summons. Otherwise, it's just like a draw card engine. So yeah, let me know if you know anything I can cut for that. But this far, this is my favorite deck. It's very consistent. It's very strong. Might add the Sky Striker engine as well. We'll see. Let me know in the comments what deck you are running, and also if you have a deck list that you want me to review, go to the Discord and tag me under the deck list section. Let's head into the duel. So the good thing about this deck is you have so many options. Like, you have so much draw power. This is just a very good hand, and this deck barely bricks anymore for me. So we get a pretty good opening here. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Okay, just opening, draw, souls. And at this point, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have an Ash Blossom or a Maxx because I've already been drawing so much, right? So right now, I draw even more with Spellbook and Knowledge, and then I decide to draw with my Magician Soul as well and discard the Call by the Grave. But what I didn't expect is for him to actually have an Effect Villa in hand after drawing so much and using so many abilities, you know? So this was a misplay on my part. I should have never discarded the Call by the Grave. Just a way too powerful card. But yeah, this was my turn 1. Not bad. I can go into the draw phase and use Maxx because I have 2 in hand. And I'm playing against Sky Striker, which is very annoying. It's a very grindy deck, but it can't burst you, so I'm not that worried. I'm not worried that I'm gonna get one shot right now, but it's a very grindy deck. But he has a very good opening hand as well. But he's gonna give me a lot of card draw on my Maxx, and this is why Maxx is so important, guys. This is why the minimum you should run is 2, in my opinion. So he's just doing Sky Striker things. And right now is where we're really regretting throwing away the Call by the Grave. Because the most important thing is, against Sky Striker, you really want to Call by the Grave this card. The Ray is so annoying. Every time you kill a Sky Striker monster, it can like resummon itself and then resummon another Link monster. It's so annoying, and it's the reason why the Sky Striker deck doesn't run out of any steam. So I always Call by the Grave this, but now the problem is I have 1 Call by the Grave and I have 2 very important targets. So I have to choose which one I'm actually gonna Call by the Grave. So right now, I decide to bait out his Destiny, his DPE. But what I didn't expect is for him to actually use it on his own Iron Wall and use it on my Solemn Judgement. Like, this was a misplay. I shouldn't have set this card already. What I wanted for, like, what I expected for him to do is destroy my Dark Magician, and I could chain the Secrets of Dark Magic, and it would negate his pop. Now there's a Ray, and I am gonna decide to Call by the Grave the Ray, because I see he only has 2 cards in hand, and if he only has DPE, I can deal with that eventually, because I have so much steam left myself. And my thought process is, okay, I have Dark Cavalry. There's nothing he can pop anyway, right? Like, Dark Cavalry, for the guys who don't know, his ability is basically When a card or effect is activated that targets a card on the field, quick effect, you can discard one card and negate the activation if you do destroy it. So I was like, okay, every time he tries to pop something, I can just discard a card and destroy it. That was my thought process, right? So I swing in, and now I'm like, okay, the duel is won. There's like literally nothing he can do. I'm gonna summon my Dark Magicians. And I'm gonna put this card on the field, even have a Maxx, another draw, and was like, okay. Right now, the duel is won. There's nothing he can do. I even get another discard fodder, the Soul Servants. So I'm like, okay, duel is won, right? But I was horribly mistaken. Because for some reason, that you guys probably know in the comments because you're smarter than I am. Why can I not stop DPE with my Dark Cavalry? Because I understand that it destroys itself, but this doesn't say a friendly card on the field. It says a card on the field. So when it targets itself, it should also be able to discard a card and negate it. That was my thought process. So I was insanely surprised to see this, and I was like, okay, maybe I should have actually called by the grave the DPE instead of the Ray. So right now I am in very big trouble. Because he's gonna have DPE every round. But I still have some steam left, luckily. Ash Blossom. And bear in mind also, like, I already used a lot of my win condition cards, like the magicalized fusion, the dark magic, what's it called, a lot of my draw. I don't have DPE anymore. Like, a lot of my win con is already gone. So I have to switch my game plan to just doing the standard Dark Magician banish combo. But the problem is, DPE can actually destroy, it can actually destroy my Eternal Soul. So my next game plan is, like, the only way out that I have is use it with Super Poly. So he steals my Dark Magicians, that's completely fine. So my only out right now is, so first I banish a card. I'm gonna go for the face down card. I'm gonna draw a card with it. And I'm gonna chain my Magician's Rod as well, so I can draw another card next turn. Now, he's gonna call by the grave my Magician's Rod. Which is completely fine, like, I don't have that much to draw anyways. I have 9 cards in my deck at this point. Just to showcase how, like, much I already drew from my deck. Like, this is my last ditch effort. And right now my only out is this. Look, if he manages to pop my Eternal Soul, it's over. So I have to chain my Super Poly to instantly get rid of that card. And right now, he can actually not use it to summon again. This is something I didn't know. Because I used Super Poly on the DPE, he didn't get the pop to actually activate the card that he can resummon it. But he steals my Starving Venom Dragon. Put some damage. But right now, I am definitely in the driver's seat. But he's still a Sky Striker. Like, it's not that I'm playing against DPE. I just negated the DPE, that's it. I managed to get my Secrets of Dark Magic back from the graveyard. With my last Soul Servant. I summon Dark Magician. I actually banish his Ray, so he can't use it anymore. And now I make a mistake. I actually thought I could resummon from Eternal Soul again, not knowing that I use it at the beginning of the turn, but I should have destroyed his card and then went for imduk. But it's like a small mistake. And now I can draw as well. And the only cards I have left in my deck are draw cards and dead cards. Like, there's nothing for me to do anymore. Now I banish his last Sky Striker on monster in the field. And now I go into the Dragon Knight. And this basically seals the duel, guys. there's nothing he can do anymore. This is like, you can't do anything about this card. You can't do anything about this card. This basically seals a duel. I can just banish everything constantly. So I used my last win con on the DPE to secure my victory, but this was so close. Like, these are the duels that you actually want to have, like, almost every game. That's what I feel like. Very grindy, a lot of back and forth, not knowing who's gonna win. It's very, like, hectic. But nowadays, you just go against, like, an impeccable board that's not breakable. And, yeah, it's just not really a lot of fun. So, yeah, I just want to show you guys this duel. I really enjoy playing it. It's on my grind to diamonds. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, as always, leave it in the comments. Have a blessed day.
Wait, what's his name? I'm like, huh, what'd he say, bitch? I don't want your 2 cents. You ain't even paid, bitch. We are not the same.